know that you're upset to just fuck with us.
He's not fucking with me, right? He understands the energy coming off of me, right? And he's trying to be like me later on, so he is, excited. He doesn't understand what's going on. I appreciate his confidence. Chucky, why do people play video games?
I guess pass the time.
Okay, so what benefit do people get from playing video games?
Not a whole lot.
Well, there's hand-eye coordination. If you play in an online community,
you burn more calories than an athletic runner. You're more aware of your surroundings and the environment.
So you're saying,
depending on what games you choose to play and how you approach them.
Okay, but the problem that I have is if you are withdrawing from the fucking world and you're missing like important things happening around you because you're distracting yourself with
video games.
With fucking moronic video games. Now here's my question to you. How many fucking bitchin' video games can you play on a cheap phone? So he has an iPhone SE. What do you think the quality of that game is? The screen is what, like 4 inches, right?
I don't like iPhones.
Okay, all I'm getting at, just pretend it's a fucking, really good Android, because an iPhone SE is, probably one of the top of the line Androids. It's sold at a very reasonable price. They're going to do away with this form factor, which has been around since the iPhone 6, and they're going to make the SE significantly bigger. It'll give it a better camera, and it'll probably give it access to Apple Intelligence, which might be better in the future. But right now, it can basically take a picture of my cock and make it look like a cartoon 4 inches longer. And I'm not impressed, right? I'll show you, when we turn this off. But
no, I'm okay.
Not my cock, but you would be impressed. I said I wasn't impressed.
Okay,
all right, fair enough. Anyway, I started this video because I got really mad at Chucky because I like interesting conversations between brothers to be recorded, right? And what we were saying was pretty profound. We were talking about slavery. We were talking about selective breeding of black people and how they are a completely different species now from Africans, right? Not a damn African American wants to go back to the motherland, even if we gave them a one-way ticket and, $100,000 and say, here's your reparations. Sorry that we brought you guys over. Go back home now.
You also wanted it to be known that blacks weren't just the only ones who were slaves. Like
correct.
Everybody
was a slave. So my people came over here about the same time as the chattel slaves. When the black people sold black people to the Jewish people that brought them over to the British people in the Caribbean. They worked out so well on the British plantations, they sent them up to different British plantations in the Americas, and they grew cotton. So the British owned slaves on American soil, and then a select group of us decided that we wanted to break off from the British. So we did that, and there was still some of us in there, because we were just basically British, that still wanted to own slaves because it was very profitable, for them down in the southern portions of the United States, and the ones up in the northern portion, even though you didn't see them in chains, they still got beat, and they were just called indentured servants, and they were predominantly white. So we've all been slaves, but they want to make a big deal out of white plantation owners in the South having sex with black slaves, and they want to make a big deal about white plantation owners in the South selectively breeding sexual partners to better the line. And so white people a lot like a Doberman, right? They selectively bred these different black people to make them far superior to any other man, physically. They weren't concentrating on the mental aspect. And what happened was they accidentally slipped some really smart ones in there. They just didn't allow them to read, but that doesn't mean that they're dumb. So they accidentally fucked up and really raised the IQ of the African Americans in the United States. So they're significantly smarter than Africans. They have significantly better physiques. And I don't know enough about the health issues if they carry the same risk for sickle cell anemia as Africans. But I can tell you that the pharmaceutical industry fucking loves it. It's a fucking cash cow. So they're milking the shit out of that.
The government controls all that shit.
No, I get that. But here's the deal, dude. Black people have been bred, far superior to what Africans are. None of them like Africans. They don't want to go back to the motherland. But a good number of them want white slaves to pay them for their privilege. And I can just say I'm never going to give a dime of whatever the fuck it is, reparations to an African American, right? I would like to send them to Africa and bring the Africans over here because African Americans make up 13% of our population and 33% of the crime or something crazy, even more than that. My wife can quote all these things. I don't pay attention to it because I think, the lower socioeconomic rung, doesn't matter what color you are, you're a fucking dirtbag.
Yeah.
Right? If you're a dirtbag, you're a dirtbag. Yeah, I'm a nigger. So it don't fucking matter none to me. Right? No. I'm somebody that other people believe that they can disparage and, look down upon.
That's not definition.
Did he ever tell you
That's one's own personal definition.
Why do the black people not like the word?
Because that's how they look at it.
That's how I look at it.
Yes,
you think you can look down on me just because I'm fucking disabled? No, I get that. I've been arrested like 50 fucking times, 4 years in fucking jail. They took my fucking kids. They took my farm. They took my house. They took my other house. They took my wife, who took her 2 kids with her, right? My brother fucking killed himself, all because I'm a nigger.